Hello, loves. Good morning. Welcome back. I'm just going to leave this time to kick in a minute. People realize that I'm online. Well, hope your holidays were peaceful. I happen to know there's a lot of people who are going through some really horrible, difficult times. Hi, Sakara, my love. And I want to send all of them love. So just giving it a minute because I am Louise Eddington, your freedom guide, helping you to create a deliriously free life. Oh, I love all those hearts. It's just you and I at the minute, Sakara, anyway. Thank you. So I have had some real big awakenings, awarenesses of myself over this last few days. For those of you that have been online and know me personally, you will know that I managed to spill hot oil down my left arm, which is healing nicely. It's okay. I've got my saran wrap here and all my oils underneath my saran wrap. But please notice it was my left arm. And then also I have been, the last 2 nights, this ear has felt a bit itchy for a while. And the last 2 nights I have woken in the night to have this ear full of fluid that just, if I touch it, it just leaks out. So I'm thinking I have an ear infection, which I haven't had for years. All this is happening and I've had nothing wrong with me for years. And here it's all coming at once. Well, it's all the left side. It's all the feminine side of the body. And a friend of mine who is very like me, connected with all this energy, said it's oil. It's a bit like an anointing. And then my ears, what am I not here listening to? And then actually it was, I told you a little while ago, Sakara, that Isis has been coming to me. She's in the book I'm reading currently. The woman it's about Mary Magdalene, who in the, it's the Passion of Mary Magdalene. Oh, it's one washing machine, ignore it. She's, in it, she becomes a priestess of Isis, and for some reason, this book, I started it like months ago and then put it to one side. It just wasn't jiving at the time, and now I cannot put it down. It's like I'm eating it up. Isis is just speaking to me all the freaking time, and I've talked about 2018 as this year of spiritual awakening and kind of upgrowth of our intuition and things. And there's many signs that point towards that as well. Okay. Isis is really the high priestess in the tarot, which is the number 2 card, which is the divine feminine. And this is a 2, or 2018 is a 2 year, an 11 year. And we have this full moon coming on the 1st or 2nd, depending where you are, which is at 11 degrees. And Neptune is at 11 degrees. And today we have, which is 11 too. Okay. And then we have Mars and Neptune aspecting each other at 11 degrees today. There's so much coming up about the 11, the 2, about Isis. And also, if you think about it, the 2 is a 1 and a 1. It's 2 coming together. It's a gateway, as we've often said. I have this big chills feeling when I think about it. And I hope that's not the infection giving me chills. I am going to go and get it sorted, by the way. What was I trying to say? I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I have a feeling this is all going to heal because I've realized, oh yeah, the chills. I kind of, You're all going to think I'm like nuts, but who cares? I am actually an ordained minister, okay? I have one of those online ordinations. I did it basically because to cover my ass, because, you know, if you're giving spiritual advice in some states, you have to have certificates or be ordained. So I got ordained because it was easy and things. And I am being called more and more to kind of act on that ordination. And I'm thinking, I'm not nuts. I know I'm not nuts. Well, I wouldn't even share it if I really thought I was nuts. But if I think about me a few years ago saying all this shit, I'd be like, oh, what the hell? But anyway, it's wonderful. It's magical. I feel that we need to have temples. Yeah, I could send you the link, Sakara, or let you have the link. Because I'm actually thinking of using it now and buying the thing and starting to do hand fasting or weddings and things like that as well. But what my point is, what this has all been coming to, is that I really feel there's some message about taking ISIS's message out to the world. You know, whether you think the goddesses are real or not, or just energetic. Yeah, I'll give you the link after this. About basically having new temples to Isis. Okay. Now, what that looks like, I don't know, but I think the world needs ISIS right now. So I want to read you a little bit about Isis, okay? Obviously scaring some people away. They're like, where are you? What's she on about? That's fine. If they're meant to hear it, they're meant to hear it. The ancient Egyptian goddess Isis has many gifts to share with modern women. Isis embodies the strengths of the feminine, the capacity to feel deeply about relationships, the act of creation, and the source of sustenance and protection. At times, Isis could be a clever... Yes. Exactly. Anyway, but it's also the goddess Isis who shows us how we can use our personal gifts to create the life we desire, rather than simply opposing that which we do not like. So that's just this bit I read about Isis this morning as I was becoming clear with this. And this is the receiving side as well. So I'm obviously receiving some messages, and the ear infection is like, what are you not listening to? Well, I don't know what it looks like. Maybe you and I should talk about this, Sakara, but somehow we have to set up a temple of Isis. Does it have to be a physical building? I don't know if it does, actually. I really don't think it does. But there has to be a temple somewhere where people can come for spiritual sustenance, for succor, for healing, for peace and help, basically. Anyway, here's the card. What's this about astrology? You're all saying this is the moon card, but this is Isis. Look, this is the high priestess. Temples of the moon, temples of Isis, temple to the goddess. We need it somehow, but I don't know what it looks like yet. We just have to. It's what this new paradigm needs. It needs the goddess energy. And it doesn't mean, you know, that we have to create it in the way that churches are now. I'm looking more into what the temples of Isis were like. They were not like preachy, you do as I say, do as I do. They were just places where people came for spiritual sustenance, really. You know? So anyway, that's what's going on in my mind. I'm listening. I'm hoping that the fact I am listening is going to help get rid of this ear thing. Because actually it's throbbing as I talk about it. So it clearly is. I haven't decided whether to try and heal it myself or just go straight and get the antibiotics to get rid of it once and for all. Now that I'm listening, okay, I hear it. And I'm looking after my arm too, which is a clear message also. So, temples of Isis, any ideas, any thoughts? I am very open to it. Maybe I'll start calling myself Reverend Louise. If you build it, they'll, yeah, they will. But what it looks like to be built, I really don't know, Julie, at the minute. I don't know if it has to be a building. I don't know. Really don't know yet. But anyway, so the moon is this card. Okay. Let me read you a little bit about this card. Hi Hat. We've just been talking about Isis a lot. You might want to listen to the recording. Amazing stuff. But there's a tarot card in this tarot anyway, the Thoth. Let me read the quote. For self is a sea boundless and measureless. And that's Gibran, Khalil Gibran, the prophet. This is about intuition, independence, self-trust, and self-resourcefulness. Now, I wanted to read that the High Priestess as a growth symbol, because I believe this is the card for 2018, really, not just for today. This emphasizes the process of creative self-sufficiency and individuation. And that's what I've been talking about. I've said if it is to be, it's up to me, but I'm not talking about that in the way of I have to do everything myself, blah, 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 I can't hire help. I can't, not that kind of, if it is to be, if it is to be, it's up to me. It all comes from within, inside, all the change. So I'm looking to start creating temples to Isis, and how, I do not know. Any ideas, any suggestions, any collaborations, welcome. I'm really not convinced it has to be a physical temple. And I don't know what the ministry of the temples of Isis will look like. I'm going to do some research about what they used to be like. But yeah, people need the priestess energy, the high priestess energy right now. I look at all my friends that are having such a hard time, okay? What this has to do with the astrology today? Well, it does really. Mars is in Jupiter, kind of digging into our depths of our soul. And Mars is in Scorpio. Yeah, no worries. You don't have to talk about it now. Messages, anybody talk to me, ideas, I think it needs a group of us who feel called to it. It's not just about me at all. This is just what Isis has been telling me. But anyway, Mars in Scorpio is cutting to the depths of our soul. Neptune in Pisces is expanding our spirituality and our intuition and everything. And the two are aspected today at that 11-degree mark as we go into this 11 year. Oh, and that reminds me, I'm doing my free call next week in the Planetary Magic Cafe group, and I cannot remember what day I'm doing the call. I'm doing it on Tuesday or Wednesday. I think I'm doing it Wednesday on the 3rd. Okay. Pretty sure that I'm doing it then. So, no, it's Tuesday. So if you're not in my Planetary Magic Cafe group, come join us. And I do these free calls. I'm doing a free call on Tuesday talking about the energy of this 2018 11-2 year and how it's all about this spiritual growth and expansion and creativity and feminine. It's so feminine, 2018. You cannot get more feminine as we move into more earth energy and a lot of water energy too. Very, very feminine. So come join me in the Planetary Magic Cafe, and whether you can attend the call live or not, it's on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain. You'll get the call details in the group. Whether you can join me then live or not, the recording will also go into the group and you can access the recording there. Why do I do it in a group? Because then, you know, it's more intimate. People can get to know each other better. I'm trying to build up this community. I've called it the Planetary Magic Cafe. Maybe that'll change to being the Temple of Isis. I don't think so. That group is not it. But all right. So that's it. Telling you all about my left side woes, my anointing with very hot oil, and this ear thing. I actually wonder if it stems from some dental work I had as well. But either way, it's still a message. So much love to you all. And Sakara, I hope I've given you something to really kind of, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I love you guys. Thanks. Bye.